Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Introduction to Motivation. Really, the definition for motivation that we'll work with today is all of the processes involved in starting, directing, and maintaining your physical and psychological activities. So it's basically the why behind how you feel and act. So examples of motivation, just so we're all on the same page, are hunger, thirst, achievement, relationships, hobbies or passions, wealth. Those are all kind of just broad categories, and they always result in a behavior. So for example, if you're hungry, you cook dinner. If you want to achieve and feel really successful, maybe you study in order to get a good ACT score. If relationships matter to you and you really want to connect with someone else, maybe you create a dating profile on Tinder or something. Hobbies and passions can also be very motivating for people. For example, maybe you want to join the lacrosse team because that is an interesting sport to you. Those individuals involved with wealth as a motivator might volunteer to work extra hours or be motivated to approach the boss for a raise. So in psychology, there are a few things that we really want to understand about motivation. So the first thing is that motivation connects observable behaviors to internal states. So really this means that we can make inferences about someone's internal motivation by observing their actions. So we watch what people do and how they act and make inferences about them. So for example, if we see a man eating in the corner booth, maybe he's got 3 or 4 plates of food in front of him, our inference might be that he's very, very hungry. So without knowing him, without talking to him, we can make that inference. The second understanding is that motivation accounts for variabilities in behaviors. So we as humans are inconsistent. We can make inferences about someone's performance if we take out of account all of the other things, all of the other factors. So for example, my daughter had a really bad day at practice yesterday, but today played amazingly well in the tournament. Last night, maybe she wasn't so motivated, but today, because the stakes were higher, she was motivated and played better. Motivation also explains how perseverance affects us, even when adversity comes and tries to put a wall in front of us. So when circumstances are tough, maybe we feel like giving up, but we don't. People keep going, they don't quit. So for example, even if Steve didn't sleep at all last night, maybe he's got a new baby at home, he still came into work today because he was motivated to persevere, even though he had a really good reason not to. And then finally, motivation relates biology to our behaviors. So really digging deep down into our actual biological mechanisms and functions of survival. So outside of our awareness are things like what makes us hungry? Why do we want to drink a glass of water? Those body regulations happen kind of outside of our awareness, but are absolutely necessary for our survival. So for example, after running a 10K in the 90-degree heat, I was so thirsty I drank a gallon of water. I don't know, that might be an exaggeration, but if my body tells me I'm thirsty, I'm going to act to get that motivation satisfied. So sometimes we think, okay, what is the right word? Is it motive or a drive? Psychologists differentiate between these two. A drive is a biological component, such as hunger. A motive is really a learned component, such as achievement. But there are some things that have both. So as everything with nature, nurture in psychology, there is no really easy answer to differentiate between those two. All right, thanks for watching.